Hi guys and welcome back to another video. Today I have Ridhima Sharma with me. She is an IP attorney and she's currently a partner at ADP law firm in Noida. And she has a degree, she has an LLM from, let me read it so I get it correct. It's Munich Intellectual Property Law Center. And how I know her is that we were in the same law school. And today we're going to talk about all things about Army Institute of Law and her time in Germany and what happened before and after and what she's doing currently. So let's give it up for Ridhima. How's it
Hi,
going?
amazing,
It's so
amazing.
nice to see you after so long.
It's so nice to finally see you doing something after so long, which is going to benefit not just you, but also me.
Okay, so let's just dive right into it.
Sure.
Um, for our viewers, if you
Mm.
can tell them what you're doing right now, as in what your designation is, and like I've already mentioned the law firm, but again, what the law firm is and what kind of work are you doing right now?
Okay. So she's introduced me as an IP attorney. So yeah, I do focus on intellectual property law, specifically trademark and copyright. I'm a partner at ADP Law Offices. ADP was founded by my managing counsel, Mr. Amit Datta, who is an ex partner at Sai Krishna and Associates. This law firm started in February, and we are what 7 months, 6 months, 7 months down the line, and we are focusing purely on IP, but we are expanding to other scope of work as well. So we are also doing trade regulatory compliance work. We are now also focusing on DPDP. Which is something that we have a separate team for. And I'm also working on employment related matters. So there's a diverse range of matters that we do and a diverse range of cases that we handle, but purely focusing on IP. And yeah,
So what does a normal day at work look like for you now?
it's the same.
It's
Honestly, even if you get elevated, it's the same because you're still managing getting pleadings in shape and filing, and you do have your team with you. And I think one thing that I really did not want to change was the fact that no matter what your position is, when you're working as a team, you're working as a team,
Hmm.
right? So, um, the traditional way of looking at it was like I have seen partners who would have that differentiation that, oh, I'm a partner, so I'm just going to review the work
Yeah.
and I'm just going to like let it up. You carry the rest of the work that is required. But I think for me, it was very different. I didn't want that. I didn't want that kind of a way forward. For
Mhm.
me, it was more like I'm still going to be the same approachable person to you, be it in issues that you face or be it in the support that you need in terms of even doing the normal filings. So I think that change was something that came within me. I do have a lot of people who do advise me that, oh no, when you come to a position, then you have to let's say act like one, but I think contrary to that. So I think that's been a great positive way for me to move ahead, and I've seen that difference even in the team members who I work with.
Is this something that you always saw yourself doing?
Never.
So what was
No,
your plan A?
I never had a plan A. In fact, I was giving an interview the other day to someone else, and they asked me the same question. They said, "What made you choose law?" And I said, out of that bucket of options that I had, जो मुझे नहीं लेना था ना, तो वो तो मैंने साइड रख दिया. बचा लॉ था. So I was like, इसी को explore कर लेते हैं. So that's the concept that I actually started exploring law because I thought this was the only option that I had initially.
So basically like a process of elimination.
हाँ जो बच गया वो कर लिया but yeah, and it was not something like I'm still figuring out, to be very honest, what's my purpose. This isn't, I feel, but in some situations I do feel like when I go to court and when I'm standing before the judge, and if I have to argue, uh there's a different zeal altogether. There's a different confidence altogether, and it's more like I can do it. So I'm fluctuating between yes, if I want to do this ahead or not.
Mm-hmm. So, if law was a process of elimination, then did you like prepare for CLAT? Did you take coaching from somewhere? Like, how did that admission process happen for you?
I actually joined Kamala Nehru College for BCom honors.
Oh,
And yeah, so before AIL, for 1 month I was actually in Kamala Nehru. I had taken commerce with maths. I don't know why, because my math was absolutely bad. Um, and I think the reason why I left Kamala Nehru was because of this. So when I entered and I was like, अरे बहुत maths है इसमें ये तो मैं छोड़ के आने वाली थी 12वीं में and now I have started again. So
yeah.
I think AIL kind of just flew as an option before my parents. And Papa was like, दे दो. I was like, ठीक
Hmm.
है. Punjab category, so it was not like I had to give any exam or anything.
Same.
It was just basis my percentage. तो
Yeah.
पापा से फिर तो हो ही जाओगे दे दो दे दो दे दो दे दिया and I think second list had my name and I just joined and I was like for that moment it was more like यार मैथ से छुटकारा मिलेगा तो छोड़ो इसको और इधर पहुंच जाओ बाकी देखी जाएगी. So that happened.
Yeah. And of course, Ridhima and I have the same roll number. Such a proud
Yeah,
moment.
that category and the same roll number.
Yeah. So then you joined the AIL, and how was your experience those 5 years?
ये किसी से नहीं पूछते. How
Yeah.
was your experience in AIL?
How does it
But
feel to survive AIL?
that's a good question. Actually, that rephrase was good. I think AIL has taught me a lot in terms of life experiences and how to deal with people. Um, uh, on an academic front, I think AIL taught you the concept of self-study, which was very important. खुद पढ़ लो खुद जाके बुक्स निकाल के पढ़ लो you will know where you are heading and
Yeah.
that's the reason why we are all here because while there was support from all the great professors that we had
Yeah.
um, the concept of going making your notes studying and those library times where exams se hafta pehle you'll see all students in the library sitting and books nikal rahe hain मेरे को अपने notes दे दे. I think that's a beautiful time that we all had, and it was different. But yeah, if somebody tells me to go back to AIL just for like a month or so, I would enjoy because different moment how. Unlike today where you have a lot of responsibilities that you have to take care of. Yeah.
So, okay, law school started. You were pretty studious, okay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But then you were also into dancing and you were into mooting, you were writing research papers. So how are you balancing everything?
I think dance has been my it's like my how do I say in a parallel universe if not a lawyer I would have been a dancer. If somebody would tell me to start Bharatnatyam again I would have definitely and I'm still hoping and manifesting probably I'm going to manifest through your podcast
Yeah.
that I start dancing again but yeah so dancing has been something for me that could take away a lot of things in my life like
Yeah.
negativity and all the anxiety and everything that we went through in college. So
Yeah.
dance was a way for me to kind of just let loose and be in it. So I could have never ever left dance while I was doing all the academic front because that really at one point becomes boring for you. It's not that I wanted to be an academic researcher or I was, into the process of अच्छा ठीक है या professor बन जाऊंगी या कुछ बन जाऊंगी. So I had no such plans. My
Mhm.
only this thing was make your parents proud by getting good grades
Yeah.
and at the same time do something that you wanted to do, right? And I knew that I wouldn't get this chance later on, so I would rather pick this up. Moot and research was to add to your CV. At that time, as a kid, that's what my thought process was. But if I look back today, and I would like my suggestion to every budding lawyer would be that moot is a process for you to understand what happens before the court and for you to, maybe switch on that intellectual thinking. It's also to gain the confidence that you may not have when you're doing public speaking.
Mm.
It's, of course, not the best version of what exactly in practical life happens, but moot courts and all are mostly from the perspective that how well are you able to, bring a nuanced approach to the problem that is at hand for you,
Yeah.
right? Article writing is something that you get to bring out all your thoughts and ideas into paper,
Hmm.
onto the paper.
Yeah.
And your thoughts and ideas eventually are going to make you realize how important those articles are for you and for the people who are reading. Because, more often as a student, when you're writing articles either because you love writing और बिकॉज आपके सबमिशंस आ रहे हैं आपको पढ़ना है एग्जाम के लिए और आपने बस देना है कि भाई मेरे नंबर आ जाए
Yeah.
in the first go in the first option it's more like when you're writing you're bringing your intellectual side out and the best part about law is that there is no right or wrong answer. This is something I learned. This is something one of my professors in MIPLC taught me that there's no right or wrong answer. So, if you're able to find a wrong answer with the best supporting evidence, it's a right answer.
Mm.
And most, and we weren't taught that here for
Yeah.
sure in
Yeah.
AIL. It was more like वो academic book है उसी को पढ़ते रहो.
Mm.
What article writing taught you is academic book से बाहर आके practical side भी देख लो. And then maybe put that in. And you never know who reads that article and who comes up to you eventually when you are a senior associate, a partner, an associate in a law firm, and somebody turns out to says, I read your article which you published 5 years back, and I really liked the idea that you proposed and the strategy you proposed, and why not look at it from a perspective in my case. So
Mm.
it's going to help you in the long run, which some people don't realize that looking at law and looking at what steps you're taking is going to define your vision in the long run, not in the shorter run.
So, do you remember your placement experience at AIL?
Yeah, very clearly. That was more like यार पता नहीं मुझे इसके बाद कहाँ कुछ मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा because I was actually applying for Sai Krishna. I
Hmm.
had interned in Sai Krishna in 2013, then in 2015. So after my two internships, and I think that's the only internship I did, उससे पहले मैंने एक और इंसान के साथ किया था जो बहुत ही मेरा डार्क फेस था.
Hmm.
Um, but coming back, हाँ तो Sai Krishna was something that I was hoping for, and I'd already applied. But at the same time, I was like, देख लेती हूँ एक backup होना चाहिए. So
Yeah.
ICICI is that backup option for me. Um, but I knew that I would not fit in there. For some reason, I could do, all these serious subjects as a subject for
Hmm.
getting my grades, but I never saw myself being in a specific profession related to that subject. And I think that when ICICI came and when I went for the interview, there was already a bias in my head कि मुझे नहीं करना है ये. मैं यहाँ बैठी हूँ because I don't know if I have anything.
Hmm.
So, and I think that's probably the story of a lot of students.
Yeah. I feel
And
like a lot of people also assume that getting placed with ICICI is like impossible. So just
yeah.
take it as like a learning experience and जो इसके बाद जो आएगा placement के लिए वहां पे हम actual में try करेंगे, you know?
Yeah, but then, guys, it's not that. If you don't like a specific subject, there is no reason for you to just join it and be like, कि हाँ भाई एक साल खत्म करना है और फिर अपना देखूंगा. Because I see a lot of you guys doing it. It's not
Yeah.
going to be helpful because your first year is going to shape you for the rest of your years, and choose something that you really want to do. So when I started doing my internship in Sai, I knew that I wanted to do IP because
Mhm.
IP had a creative element attached to it. Um, I also always think that if I was not a dancer or a lawyer. I would have been an interior designer or something to do with clothes and everything. But creativity has always there been a part of me. So that's why I love doing IP and especially trademark. So that's when I decided कि दे देती हूँ देखी जाएगी. And such was my interview. It
Hmm.
was mostly the questions they asked me I didn't know.
Yeah.
And that also resulted in a lot of underconfidence within me because I was like, यार मैं ये answers नहीं दे पा रही. Exams में तो दे सकती थी. But then eventually I realized कि it doesn't really matter because this is not what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. So then you got your job at Sai Krishna, and then you were there for how many years?
I started Sai Krishna in June 2016. And I was there up until what October, no, September 2018.
Mm-hmm.
October 2018, I joined MIPLC. I started working on my MIPLC process in I think start of January 2018 because MIPLC applications start in May, June.
Mm.
May,
So
June.
was this like a very targeted process for you? Like you knew that this is the place I want to go to? So how did you narrow down on this? And
MI
और कहाँ पे you applied?
I actually never applied anywhere else.
Okay.
MIPLC was the first place I applied. Why I applied to MIPLC? Look, I didn't want to go to US very clearly because I knew that the market was very, very competitive in terms of the fact that I was aware of certain people who had gone to US for their LLM and especially those Ivy League colleges and कर they weren't able to get a job there.
Okay.
While that's not my agenda, but you can't go to a jurisdiction where you know that there is nothing kept for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Especially
US
when
was
it
out,
is so expensive.
and so US was out anyways.
Hmm.
Uh, then came I also looked at University of Turin. A lot. Mostly, I was focusing on Europe. I don't know why, but I felt that Europe had a lot to offer. And when it came to I shortlisted MIPLC because it was not just giving me IP from a EU perspective, but also from a US perspective. So I was getting two things in one place.
Hmm.
And I think that's the reason why I ended up choosing MIPLC. My and I think it was December 2020, December 2017, I decided कि MIPLC जाना है. January में I started working on my
Application.
SAP applications. And I think by March and April, submitted my application. And by July, I got a offer letter.
Did you take any like consultancy services for your SOP or your documentation, anything?
None. The only thing I did was that I asked around and spoke to a lot of people to understand how SOPs are to be drafted for a EU university. And a lot of people, the only advice that I got was unlike US where you know use a lot of fancy language and fancy words, Germans very clear cut, very limited to the question that has been asked of you and the answer that you need to give. You can't be going all, oh my God, if you know, I'll be really grateful if you bring me, I mean, if I
Mhm.
get an
Get the
opportunity,
opportunity,
this
golden
is what I
opportunity to study at your August Institute.
study at your organization. This is what, and that time you didn't have Chat GPT, okay? So,
Yeah.
the Chat GPT and plagiarism, so anyways, would not be the end of everything. But हाँ, मतलब उस time पे ये था नहीं. तो for me it was more like यार limited लिखो. They just wanted to know, and you know, this is something that it's more like a suggestion to people here who might be watching this. For MIPLC, it's very clear who you are, what you do, what makes you come to this course, what is it that you're going to benefit from this course, and what's the country going to benefit from you.
Hmm.
Clearly, that is what they want to know. And please don't exaggerate वो bubble gum की तरह खींचो मत चीजों को. Simple लिखो और simple बोलो. That's all they need. That's how Germans are. Straightforward.
When you compare India and Germany. What was
Holy.
your like gut response? Did you feel like coming back home immediately?
100%. Yeah, in the Indianness in me is बहुत ज़्यादा. So I really felt coming back. Like I felt homesick. I think that was close to the Christmas chuttis.
Hmm.
Um, Initially it was like, wow, I'm in a foreign land, it's all me, and I'm going to do everything by myself, and running a house, cooking your own meals. It was a fun part. I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Munich. And the only time I got homesick was, I think, during Christmas vacations, because you when you go to Germany, sorry, Munich, वहां पे एक इंसान नहीं दिखेगा तुमको रोड पे.
Oh.
मतलब बिल्कुल ही it's सन्नाटा. You can hear your own voice and your own breathing there.
Hmm.
So that was the only phase. But academic perspective से बहुत change था. Dude, we had like exams which were for 5 hours.
Hmm.
यहाँ पे हमारे यहाँ पे पंजाब में तो मतलब 1 घंटे में खत्म करो 6 पेज का. मतलब छः, if you have to get 6 marks for a question, you would write 6 pages, right?
Yeah.
यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं था.
Hmm.
We did not. So during our course, we just got one booklet which had certain articles or study notes that our professor would give,
Hmm.
and the rest would be more like a presentation or a PPT where he would discuss the points and jurisdictions and whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, and after that, we would have an exam. The exam would be very specific. So if, let's say, we have three professors who've taught us copyright law, EU, US, and there's one additional elective course. तो हमारा 3 घंटे का एग्जाम होगा, जिसमें हर एक प्रोफेसर, और आई मीन टू से सॉरी 5 hours, each professor will give you a proposition which is not going to be an academic proposition. It's going to
Hmm.
be a very, very practical
Practical.
proposition.
Yeah.
you know that's where you realize that यार जो हमने यहाँ सीखा था ना, यहाँ तो it was all academic, कि
Yeah.
बुक से नोटिंग करी, बुक से हमने आंसर बनाया और डाल दिया.
Yeah.
इंटेलेक्चुअल थिंकिंग तो आई नहीं. आई
Yeah.
थिंक दैट वाज माय बिगेस्ट टर्निंग पॉइंट, एंड आई वाज लाइक, I wish students in India were also taught to do this, and to probably show them the practical side of learning, which is very, very important.
Hmm.
And वही था, मतलब you had to bring out your own answers. And that's where that concept of not, whatever you do is not, it's neither wrong or right. You can figure out what's right for you, or what's wrong for the world may be right for you, if
Yeah.
you are supporting it with the best evidence that you have. And that's the reason why nobody failed, because everybody had a very different view to the same proposition
Wow.
and had backing towards that. You could have an in a different interpretation towards a certain provision,
Hmm.
or for that matter, a strategy, right?
Yeah.
Um, and that was the best thing about MIPLC. कि आप you are gaining that experience, but you're also gaining that confidence.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that was very important, because as a student, when I went as a individual who is very much low on confidence, an
Hmm.
individual who thought that drafting was not her skill.
Hmm.
This was also because at that given point of time, I was assisting a senior,
Hmm.
and every time I would send a draft to that senior would just cut, copy, delete. But when I went to MIPLC, and when that phase came where I had to write my thesis, um, 6 महीने लग गए मेरे को. And I had gone through the lowest of the lows when I was writing my thesis, because every time I would write it, every time I would cut it, and we had to write 60 to 70 pages. I was like, मेरे से 50 पेज का ड्राफ्ट नहीं हो पाता, because my senior would just delete it. How will I write 60 pages without plagiarism?
Hmm.
I went through hell and heaven at the same time when it came to writing those 60 pages. And I kid you not, I think मेरी submission थी जुलाई में. मैंने almost 75 pages लिख दिए थे in the feel of it. I don't know what changed in me. And October 2019 is the time where I got the news that my thesis is being published in
Hmm.
SSRN. I think that was my greatest victory of all. I that was MIPLC and my experience there towards the end. I patted myself for
Hmm.
the first time. I don't think I've ever told myself that I'm very proud of you.
Hmm.
But that was the first time I told myself. And I think that changed a lot in me. It was more like, I can
Hmm.
do it. I can do it. So yeah, all of you guys can do it too.
Was it hard for you to make friends वहाँ पे?
No. I wouldn't say that. I had a great batch. And my batch was mostly people who were elder to me. Okay.
Hmm.
So, that ways it was great. And interestingly, two of my batchmates became very close to me after they came to India.
Oh.
One's a Brazilian and the other one's a Turkish. They got very close to me after coming to India. And I think one of them actually told me that why didn't we ever spend so much of good time? Like I didn't get to know you in college. And I
Yeah.
said, why sometimes, you become friends for different reasons, but this friendship is something different. But
Hmm.
I did. I did make friends and I'm grateful that I do have that group with me today also. That's the best part actually about your LLM because you get to meet people from different jurisdictions and you get to gel along with that
Yeah.
and you get to show yours and they get to show theirs and you just kind of find that common center and just enjoy it with them. That was there. Then going to a foreign land will also make you teach the importance of loving yourself, which is something that I never knew as a concept till the time I went there. Because you end up spending so much of time with yourself sometimes that you don't realize that there are different aspects of yourself that you're not aware of. So all these things kind of teach you. Subah subah utke, you have to cook for yourself and then go to the university, study, make notes, come back. And if I can, put the discussion that I left behind pehle, notes wala.
Hmm.
Unlike हम AIL में जो notes लिख लिख के बनाते थे, which you also kind of read through,
Yeah.
I couldn't make those notes. I reached a writer's block with those notes here
Yeah.
because what I realized कि वो notes academic notes थे. यहाँ जो notes बनते हैं, it's basically your notes in terms of what you have understood and
Yeah.
what's your concept like, which can be used later on for a strategy or an opinion that might be asked as a question in the exam, right?
Yeah.
That was the difference. That's when I realized, what am I doing? ये तो
Yeah.
था ही नहीं. This was not there. This is a whole new way. So that was the initial struggle that I had to go through,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. तो फिर आपने did you work वहाँ पे after you graduated or you came back उसी टाइम पे?
I'll be honest, and I think this is the first time I'll be publicly honest. Grateful for your podcast. My biggest regret in life is coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
refuse to believe it.
Biggest, my biggest regret in life is coming back. Uh, I could have done a lot of uh, work there. I could have experienced, and this comes after I came back to Sai Krishna. Um, ठीक है, I mean, it had its own ups and downs, and of course, COVID came in, and then because I think I came literally few months before COVID. So, उस perspective से I'm grateful that I was with my family, but experience perspective से I think yeah, Ridhima, you could have stayed there, got 1 year experience, understood how, um, Germans work, and for them, India as a jurisdiction is very important. So to have somebody to work for, uh, to have an Indian to work, and especially in an advisory setup, was something that I lost an opportunity on.
Hmm.
I did have an opportunity which I ended up leaving because I was like, oh, I have Sai Krishna, मैं already काम कर रही थी वहाँ पे, तो मैं वहीं चली जाती हूँ वापस. So yeah, biggest regret. There's a different place in my heart for Munich, and the experience, the time, the memories that I've had there are just beyond something that I cannot explain. So this time when I'm going to take my husband with me there, I think it's going to be a different feeling altogether because it had a lot to offer. It's just that I couldn't see. If I do get an opportunity, I would 101% try that. Of course, subject to, how my husband's work plays out. But yes,
Mm.
definitely. It's that experience is what, somebody needs to take on to. So it's more like advice again to people who are going for LLM. Take things, do that for an experience, because that experience is somewhere down the line going to help you somewhere. An experience that may result in a potential client to you, an experience that may result in a potential job opportunity for you.
Mm.
So a lot of opportunities may come up with that. All of the learnings that you get out of staying there for a year, be it personal, be it professional, be it academic, all of that's going to add up.
Mm.
And it's not, don't go for an LLM to, to get a job. Don't go for an LLM because तुम्हारे पास अभी कुछ नहीं है करने के लिए. Don't go for an LLM because आपको वहाँ जॉब लेनी है. Go for an LLM because you want to uh, experience what is going to be offered to you during that LLM, and the experience that you are going to create during that LLM. If you go with this objective now, all of the other
It will
manifestations
align.
you have, it'll fall in place.
Hmm.
कुछ आपके रिग्रेटफुल मोमेंट्स होंगे और कुछ नहीं होंगे, कुछ वेरी पॉजिटिव मोमेंट्स होंगे, बट इन दोनों सिचुएशंस में आपको एक चीज रियलाइज होएगी कि आपने अपने लिए किया है ये. एक तो हम हमेशा से सबके लिए करी आते हैं, मतलब कोई आके हमें चलता फिरता बोल देता है कि ये नहीं करना, वो नहीं करना, ये नहीं करना, बट दिस इज एन इन्वेस्टमेंट दैट यू आर गोइंग टू डू ऑन योरसेल्फ.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you learn, whoever you meet, whatever memories you make is going to be with you. So might as well just do it. Don't think about it.
Are there options that people can explore if they don't want to go to court?
Yeah, 100%. Working in-house, you can also become a law researcher. You can become a law researcher with a judge, just like you did,
Yeah.
right? And working in-house में यही होगा that you're going to completely lose that touch with the legal field per se,
Hmm.
because वो जो litigation, that entire anxiety कि हाँ फाइलिंग करनी है, ये करनी है, वो करनी है, और उसके बाद फिर जज के सामने जाना है, and all that butterflies are not going to happen in-house. In-house is more like you come on the client side, and then you start dictating the terms of how you want your work to be done.
Hmm.
Right. So if you're looking at a life where you want a proper 9 to 7 or रगड़ा है, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है, it's both equally the same,
Hmm.
but where there's a certain sense of stability, then in-house is that option for you.
Okay.
um, and mostly if you're starting in-house, then my suggestion is to start, and I think all recruiters also say that, is start in-house at the first go itself. Don't start in-house 4 years 5 years down the line, because jo aap, the route that you're going to take is going to be very different from what a normal lawyer is going to take who's working with a law firm or independently. That's one. Becoming a law researcher is one with the university, and going ahead with your PhD and becoming a professor is one route. The other route is, of course, doing, like I said, what you did. You were working closely with the judge and helping him and assisting him in all the work that he was doing. So
Hmm.
all of that is there. But हाँ, मतलब I would also tell people to explore litigation because it's fun. I know बाल आपके सफेद हो जाते हैं.
Yeah.
I know आपकी वो एंजाइटी लेवल और heightened हो जाती है, because जब
Yeah.
फाइलिंग सर पे आती है तो बहुत कुछ आता है. And I know that you sometimes don't get that time, because I didn't and I don't. But still, I enjoy doing it. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And for my closing question, because
Mm.
I don't know if you've realized, but it's going to be 10 years since you graduated from AIL India.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah. I'm
soon.
grateful.
What are some key takeaways that you would want people to know कि okay मैंने ये गलतियां की थी guys please ये मत करना और कुछ भी कर लेना.
सबसे बड़ी गलती की थी, सबसे बड़ा लॉ फर्म ज्वाइन कर लिया. मत करना है, प्लीज. स्टार्ट लो. Start from an independent advocate. Start working with a law firm that's not even known to people. पैसे भले कम मिले, बट जो एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा, जो प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज मिलेगी, वो कहीं ज्यादा होगी एज कम्पेयर टू अ वेरी टीयर 1 टीयर 2 लॉ फर्म. बिकॉज व्हेन यू जॉइन अ टीयर 1 टीयर 2 लॉ फर्म ना, तुमको सीधा ड्राफ्टिंग पे ले आते हैं, तुमको सीधा हाउ टू डील विद क्लाइंट्स एंड
Yeah.
ओपिनियंस सब सिखा देते हैं. पर जो
Hmm.
एक्चुअल लीगल और जो लिटिगेशन बेसिक्स होते हैं ना, वो नहीं आते हैं. वो आपको तब आते हैं व्हेन यू आर लिटरली एट द ग्राउंड, वर्किंग योर entire energy off to get that understanding. एक सिंपल एडमिशन डिनायल एफिडेविट में अगर आप किसी लॉयर के पास जाओगे इन एनी डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट, ही विल मेक इट देयर एंड देन फॉर यू एंड इट विल बी करेक्ट. You go to a law firm, they're going to spend 1 hour. पहले तो 1-2 दिन तो जूनियर लेगा, फिर एक सीनियर लेगा, फिर
Yeah.
एक पार्टनर लेगा, फिर वो पार्टनर के बाद वो एक किसी से कंसल्ट भी करेगा कि मैंने लिखा सही है, उसके बाद वो क्लाइंट को जाएगा. Do you
Yeah.
see that difference? And my biggest advice would be to please do not start with a law firm. Start with a law firm eventually, maybe 2 years down the line, अगर आपको litigation ही करनी है, 2 साल अच्छे से एक, with a good practitioner, an advocate, do get your experience, get the first hand experience of litigation,
Hmm.
and then go. So it's more like you get the first-hand experience and you shape yourself in a law firm, is what I would say. And that's what's going to make you stand out of the lot. Naito, all the lot there is going to be learning at the same speed as you are.
And with that, we come to a close. I was so lovely talking to you and catching up,
Yeah.
like
Same.
prior and probably a little after recording.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the success, and I hope the new law firm takes off amazingly. And I am going to link your LinkedIn profile in the description below. If anybody has any questions, you can reach out to her. Yeah, but okay, all the information is going to be in the comment box below. And thank you for taking the time out. And for all the viewers who have stuck with me till this point, I'll see you guys very soon with another woman in the legal field somewhere in this world and giving you a new perspective about how to go about your legal journey. Signing off.